Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So hope you're all well. So start of the week, and I thought we would make like a lovely little pop-up for our journals. Now it doesn't have to be for your journal. I got this idea from like a card, or those pop-up cards, and I've sort of like made it a little bit sort of like thinner to fit into our journals. So I've cut out everything. I'll give you the sizes in a minute, but I just want to show you what it looks like. I've put it in my little journal that I'm making at the moment. So as you open up your page, it pops out like that. Oh, doesn't that look just fab? I love it. So that's the sort of side of it. Just means so it just pops up and then it just closes up. Really simple. And then it opens up. So I've made it sort of like a little bit of a thinner one, so it can actually go into your journal. I've got it so we've got a pocket on this side. I have a little pocket here, and then I've just made a little pull out like that, so that goes in there. That will slot in there like this. These are lovely. Now I was thinking you could probably pop little pockets on these, but I didn't want it to be too heavy, so I've just left them. But I did put a little pocket in here with a little circle cut out with one of my lovely little ladies in there. So I think I'll probably do that one again. But I think it's so lovely and so simple to make. Now it's got little sort of flippy bits, if you can see in there. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. But I loved it because when you close it up, it just closes up lovely like that. Now I've got one. I'm going to do another one, and I'm going to put it into here. And I've made a little space. This is the one that I've got here. This is the first one that I did. So you can have it like this as a little card, as a journal card, to pop into a pocket as well. And then they just open up. So, you know, it's entirely up to you how you do it. But can you see? It's lovely. So these are like the pop-up cards that you get. But I've got a little space in here. This is sort of half a pocket, so I'm going to make another one to go into here, so when you open and close it, and I'm going to stick it to either side. But like I said, you don't have to. You can just pop it into a pocket like that and it opens up. But I'm going to just pop that there so I know my page. Look at that. I think that's probably the last thing I'm going to put in there. Right, so size wise, I've already cut them out. I've got my little size chart here. Now I'm doing it in centimeters because it's easier to measure in centimeters for me. Most rulers now, and most measuring things, you know, your school boards and things like that, come in centimeters and in inches. But today I'm going to do centimeters because it's easier for me. So I've got just coffee stained or one of my Granger papers on the back, because this is actually going to stick to my page. But if you're going to use it as a double one, to go in your pocket, I would probably, you know, do both sides, print on both sides. Right, so this piece is 16 centimeters by 14. So you want 16 centimeters tall and 14 wide, because what we're going to do, we are going to fold this in half. So that's the size of your card. Like that. Okay, so that's that bit. I'm going to just hold that there. So if you want to sort of screenshot that, that's the sizes that we're doing. Okay, if I remember, I'll pop it down underneath. So we want one of the cover and two of this size, two of this side and two of this size. So the next one I'm going for is, I don't know whether I've got them in order. These two, and this is, no, that's not in order. The next one will be, no, maybe it is, yes it is. I did have it in order. This one is 5 centimeters by 14 centimeters. I'm going to just test that. That's 5 by 14 centimeters. Okay, so you want two of those, two of that size. So they're the ones that the bits that flip out. And then these are going to be the hinges. So you want two this size, which is 4 centimeters by 9 centimeters. Okay. And then these two, which I have already bent, I was in the middle of doing it, so I've already bent them, but they are 10 centimetres down by 2 centimetres across. And then what you do, you bend that in 2 centimetres. So this bit is 6 centimetres, okay? But we'll go through that in a minute. So again, this one is 16 by 14, and then you want 5 by 14, 9 by 4, and 10 by 2, and this is all centimetres. Okay, let's pop that behind. So we've got this one like that, and the next bit we're going to do, we're going to take these two, which is the 9 by 4, okay, and then I'm going to just fold this in half like that. Now you can score it with your scoreboard, but I'm going to just fold them. So you want two the same. I've tried to watch people do this on video, and they go so fast that I couldn't really catch it. So I've tried to sort of do what I had to do, different measurements anyway. So we're going to fold that in half like that, and then I'm going to take this corner over here. So we want this long bit here to go against there. So that has to fold down diagonally like that. So you want to go that little corner to there, okay? I'm just going to push that down. I'm going to score that across. Just burnish that. So that's, you've got it like that. That opens up. And then you want to open it up again and go the opposite way. So go across this side like that. Just so that we've got that like cross in the middle, like that. So we're going down through the middle, down one side and down the other side, and then I'll show you how to cut that in a minute. Okay, and then we're going to do that. We want two of these. So fold in. Now I'm going to fold in this way because this is going to be my back. This is the bit I'm going to stick down. So you want, if you're going to do it and stick it in your journal, have the, make sure you've got your pattern bit at the top that you're folding into. So we'll fold that in half, and then again we'll take this long bit and want it to go down along this side. So this is your point. So you want to come down and along there, like that. And then we shall just burnish that so it's a nice fold, and then again on the other side, on the opposite, like that, and squeeze that down, and burnish that down. Okay, then I'm going to, right, so the bit we want to cut off is, because we want to do either side, you want to do the opposite. So this one, right, when I put them on, I'm going to do it this way because it's going to be easier to make it this way than it is this way. So I'm going to do it this way, okay, because these go down the sides of your page like this. So what I need to do, make sure that's going to fit, I'm going to just draw on here a minute. We want to cut off this bit where we scored. Let me just see, make sure I've got it down here. Oops, there's a pencil and it won't work. So we want to cut this bit off, and we want to cut this bit off. So this is the bit we want to get rid of, okay? That's the piece we want to get rid of. So you're left with this little bit, and then you want to do that on this side. So we need to get rid of this bit like that. So this is the bit we get rid of. So you want two pieces like that, which will go either side like this. So let's just cut those off. Let's get my scissors. So you want to go down to that middle bit. I think I've gone and scribbled over that bit. Let me do this side, it's easier for me to see. Like that. So that's what we want to end up with, and you can just throw that piece out. So we will go down through this bit, and then I'm just going to turn that over so I can see a bit better and cut that off. So that's what we need, okay? That's what it looks like. So we want 2 of those, that shape. So that's our side. So this will stick onto here like that, okay? And that one will stick onto that side. So that's those 2 pieces. These ones, we want to score these. Not that it really matters. Let me just get my little, this out. We want to score this. This measures 14. So what I want to do, I want to measure 8, like that, 8 centimeters, and then I'm going to just score down. So then this side is going to be 6. Just double check that, and that side is going to be 6. So you want 8 this side and 6 this side. So just score down 8, or whichever side you're going for, 8 or 6, but I'll do 8 again on here. Like that. And we just fold that down. That's it. That's exciting. That's exciting. So you want one going one way and one going the other. So we've got 2 of those. Oops, an ambulance going past. And then again, these ones, this is the 10 centimeters going across. You want to score 2 centimeters either end. So it looks like that. So this bit will be 6, which is going to be the same as the little bit here. So that's our little flippy bit. So you've got 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those, and 1 of those. Okay. Hope that wasn't too confusing. Now I am going to ink these because I want it to look all nice and inked up. So again, I'm just going to use my vintage photo as always. Just ink around the edge. Now on my other one, I did use my punch. I did have a little punch, you know, my favourite little corner punch. I used that, but I'm not going to use it on this one because I don't want to confuse you with punching as well. So we'll just do this one as is. Let me just do a little bit in there, like that. Just a little bit in there, and then we'll do this one. This actually bends this way, I think, if I can remember. Let's just ink this up. I might actually punch these ones because I quite like that punched. Say I'm not going to use it and then I will. I think because it just makes it look really quite pretty. So this, just ink these around. Ink a little bit of this one. Again, optional. Just if you're the first time you're doing this, don't just make it out of sort of like a bit of printer paper or something, just, you know, until you get it right. Don't waste your favourite paper in your first one. Use a little bit of copy paper or something like that. Right, so now that bit, I'm going to just ink this a little bit as well, because this is going to stick on the bottom, and this bit. Okay, and then I'm going to ink these ones, which is the bit we're going to be sticking down as our little hinges. So let's go in these bits as well. I should have probably inked it first and then cut it. You would have probably seen it. So now inking it, you can actually see the shape a little bit better, can't you? I do like a little pop out. Little interactive is really lovely in a journal, I think. I think they're just fun as well. So yeah, I got this idea from the cards that you can get. I was saw them ages ago, but you know, sometimes I can't really follow the instructions, so I'm hoping that you will see this. I think because people sometimes do it go so quickly. So that's our card. Now we're going to put this together. Again, I said I'm going to do it this way, okay, but it will go this way, but it's easier for me to do it like this. Let's put those there. So this is going to go on the outside like that, okay, so that's going to sit on the outside of your card. So we need to just glue it. Let me get my glue. So just ink this little bit. You may have already made one of these in a card actually, but I just thought having this in a journal would be really lovely. So make sure that this point is in the little middle bit of your page, okay, of your little card, and then that goes over. This comes down, so you want to, this little bit needs to, so if it's got like that, bend the top bit over like that, and we want to glue this bit, and then you want to stick that to there, okay. So we want to glue the little corner bit like that, and then we'll just flip it over, and that needs to stick onto there like that. Let's make sure that's stuck down. So when this moves down, that's what happens, okay, that's going to move then. So we'll do this side. We'll glue this little bit on there. This will just fit down, oops, onto the corner. Try and get it as straight as possible, and make sure this line is right up against there, like that. And then we'll flip this little top piece over, and then pop some glue on there, like that, little bit of glue, and then we'll flip this over, and that sticks along that line like that. Okay, so then this, then let's just make sure that that's like that, so that opens up then. So that's what we've got, a little bit like that, a nice little bit of movement in there. So what I'm going to do with one of these, I'm going to pop that into the middle of there, little bit of glue on here, and then that just sort of goes in the middle of this bit, okay, the little bit that's folded. So it's not, you know, it doesn't have to be spot on, it's because it's just the sort of little hinge, but you know, it's better if it's in the middle, isn't it? Let's do this way, a little bit there, then just line this up in there and squash that down. Okay, so that's what we've got now. Okay, so I'm going to push these down, these bits, because we're going to be sticking on these bits now. We're going to be sticking this bit onto here. Now this bit has to go below this bit. See this little hingy bit? You want to make sure it's below that, else it's not going to fold up properly. So this little bit here, don't put it up here because it won't fold. You need to have it down a little bit lower so it's past that hinge. So I'm going to go right down along there, and it's the smallest bit, it's your 6 centimeters. This is, that's right, that's not upside down then. And this, I've done it so it goes sort of at the bottom So in between, like that. So that's stuck down, and then we'll do the same on the other side. Just pop some glue on here. Like that. So that will just sit there. Like that. Make sure that's stuck down. Right. Now do that. Right, now what we need to do with this one, actually I'm going to bend it like that, bend that in. This bit, you want to take that tab in like that. We want to glue this bit here. Oh, mine's just a little bit longer. Maybe I pushed that in too far. I'm going to cut a tiny bit off mine. I obviously didn't measure it well enough. You want it, can you see? That's just over that bit. I don't want that over that bit. It's going to be too, doesn't need to touch it. That's got to be like that because we want to glue that on, and then that's the movement bit. So have I done the same with this one? Yeah. I just, tiny bit. I think I must have cut these just a little bit bigger. There we go. So we want to glue this bit onto this bit that does that. Not very good at explaining, am I? This bit and that bit, so that folds down, and then this will fold out like that. Okay, so then when you bend this up, this bends in. Can you see? So this is your little, that's when what we have to do is a little bit like that. So we're going to do the same on this side. So again, fold this piece over, this bit down, and this is the bit we're going to glue. Like that. And then I'll take this, squash that down, like that. And then these should come in like that. Okay, look at that. So then it's easier to do it this way than it is to do this way. So when you open it up, they open up like that. Can you see? Oh, I just love it. I think it's fabulous. I really, really do. Now again, you can snip it here and here and have your little corner bits. But I'm going to do these ones because I quite like that. I might actually do it on the corners. So my lovely, lovely corner punch, if I can. Oh my God, is that too thick? Oh, there we go. And just pop those in. Can you see? Then we've got the little corners, and then I'm just going to quickly punch these bits. This side. And this side. So do you know what I mean? So these little flaps have got lovely little corner pieces in it, which I think look really pretty. So let's just ink those little bits and these little bits. Like that. And this little bit in here. Love it. I really do. I think it's so lovely. Let's get rid of these bits. So again, like I said, if that was if you had a front cover pretty bit, you could just decorate that if you wanted to. And that just opens out. But I'm going to stick it into my book now. And then we are going to embellish it. So let's put this in here. Let's put it on this one. I'm going to have to turn my glue gun on, I think. Because this is washi tape and it's a bit shiny, so I'm not sure whether it's going to actually stick on there with just normal glue. So I'm going to put it in to the sort of like middle of your book, and I'm going to stick it either side. So when you close your book, it just closes down, then opens up as a pretty little pull out. Oh, I just think it's fabulous. Right, shall I decorate that bit first before sticking in? Well, my glue gun is on. I think I might. Let's just pop this to the side. Right, this is, you could probably decorate beforehand, but I didn't want to confuse you with the decorating bit first. So I've got my lovely Shabby Vintage ladies. So I'm going to be using these like that. So I'm going to put her on there like that. Again, I'm going to use my little punch just so it all sort of like works in together. That goes on. Just get rid of these little bits. If you've got one of those little lacy punches, which I have actually ordered from Journal Say, which I'm quite excited about actually. I think they will look nice. I'm going to put her on there, look. So then she sort of like works in with that. And then I'll pop a little bit of lace or something down there. Do you know what I mean? It will probably be easier for you to do this beforehand. So you could stick it down a little bit better. But that can just sit on there like that. Squash that down. So I mean, don't put anything too heavy on here. Because like I said, I was thinking about putting some pockets or something to put in there, but I think, you know, you want to be able to sort of make sure it doesn't buckle at all. So that can go there. And then I have got Timeless, which I'm going to put down here, which I think is going to look lovely. And it doesn't matter that it's just that slightly bigger than the little panel that it's on, because you can't see the back of it anyway. So that will just stick on there like that. And then I'm going to add just a tiny little bit of lace or something on there. I've got some really pretty lace here. It's very tiny, it's very delicate. This is some of my lovely vintage lace that I've got. I just think it's so pretty, really delicate. Oops. So we can just put a little bit, just a little bit along there. Let me just cut that off. Then I've got another pretty one here somewhere. Or maybe I'll put this little one at the top. Oh look, this is sort of like scalloped. That's really pretty, isn't it? Maybe I'll put that because that's got a bigger space along there. It's got that, and the other bit can go along the bottom. There we go. This piece can go along there like that. Let's use a little bit of 3-in-1. Just a little bit along there. And a little bit along there. So pretty. There we go. What did I do with my other bit? Have I just gone? Oh, there it is. It's so small that I thought I lost it. There we go. Pop that on there. There we go. That's so delicate, isn't it? Just going to sort of try and push that in. Can you see the little? Just so pretty. Okay, that's the little lacy bits for now. I could do with, did I have a little bit of paper? This paper left over, I'm sure I did. Well, it is in a big pile over here, I expect. Here we go. Is that it? That wasn't it. Sure I had another piece left over. I was just going to do a little pocket for this side. I don't think that's going to be big enough. Maybe I'll use this. Just so I can use like that little pocket, but I'm going to stick her in first. Let's move these out of the way. Now to stick it in, all I'm going to do is glue along this edge. I'm not gluing down the middle bit. I'm just going to glue along these two edges like that. and then stick that in. So it gives sort of like the middle bit. It doesn't get stuck in that bit, in the groovy bit. But I'm going to do it with some glue gun just along there and along there. Pop that in and close it down. There we go. Perfect. And this can open up. I'll be careful because my glue's a bit wet on here as well. That means that we've got a little pocket in this side too. So again, the same on this side. I'm going to just glue down the side. There. And down the sides of there. A little bit of glue on there. And then we will just close our journal. There we go. Close that up so when it opens up, that opens up. Oops. Make sure we don't get all our glue stuck everywhere. Okay, there we go. There we go. Opens up like that. Fabulous. I love it. It's quite nice because look, I've got the little one that opens up this side as well. Oh, I love it. I do love them. So I need to make, we've got a little pocket here and we've got a little pocket here. So on this one, I've just got one of my little ladies that can sit in there, however she likes to go in. But again, I'm going to just do this. Oops. Round to the corners, just so she blends in with, you know, the style of the little pop out. There we go. So she could even go in sort of like this way, couldn't she? So she pokes out the top, because this side we've got a little something, so that opens up. Oh, I do love it. Right, where was that piece of paper? I was going to do another little pocket there so we can put one of our little ladies in. This one, like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to punch a hole first. Just get my hole punch. Like this. So we want to do roughly like that. And then I'm going to have to cut just a little bit off. Like that, we'll even that up. Oh, lots of punches everywhere today. Where's my little... I've got my little drawers beside me, my new little drawers, and they're really, really lovely. Really handy to put my cutters and my punches and stuff in. So I'm going to just snip that off like that. It's not very level, was it? Sorry guys, I just sort of eyeballed this, but that's 6 centimeters by 6.5 centimeters, like that. So then she will just sit in there like that. She will pop out. Lovely. Again, I'm going to just, what did I do on the other one? I think I just did the top corners like this. Little bit of ink. You could probably do a little fabric one. A little lacy fabric pocket would probably look quite pretty as well. But nothing too bulky, because you want to be able to sort of close your journal nicely. A little bit of ink on there. Now again, you can cover this with a bit of acetate if you wanted to, but I'm just going to leave it open. A little bit of ink around there. So that should go in. I might have to put a tab on this one because the other one was a little bit shorter, wasn't it? I can make that a little bit shorter. Oh, I could put a tab on there, that's okay. Let's just... Right, we're white on the back. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this on. I'm going to stick it because you know what I'm like with my white backgrounds. Where's my, I don't know where my glue is, my glue stick is, so let's just use this. Put that on there. Stick that down. Let's just trim it up. I think that's probably the last thing I'm going to be able to put in this journal, this one that I'm doing now, because it's really, really full up. I did have another one that I was working in. I do like them which have got little ones that I can just put little random things in, like our Friday freebies and stuff. I do like little journals which have got all sorts of things in, not necessarily themed. So let's just do that. A little bit of ink. I'm going to get a little something to make a tab for the top. I'm going to stick this in first. I just stick that in there. It just gives it another little element in there, isn't it? I do like a little pocket. So dots of glue on there. Keep meaning to find my little glue one, my little one with the little fine nozzle. Need to find that somewhere. Let's pop that in there, like that. So hopefully she's going to just pop in there. I need to put you in there. Look at that. Perfect. Right, I know she fits, so we need a little tab. We need a little tab to pull her out with, don't we? So let's use, oh, I can pick it up. Let's use a little piece of this. Don't think that was very level. I'm going to do the tiny little one like that in there. Oops. A little bit of ink, and I think that will make a nice little pulley tab coming out, I hope. Just put that on there. Quite nice because that paper matches that on there like that, so let's pop some glue on. It's a nice quick little tab. Which is the nicest side. I think that's the nicest side. There we go. You probably make a little hole in there as well and have a little bit of fabric or a little bit of something coming off it. I've got little strings of glue gun everywhere. Right, let's see, does this fit in there? Oops. Oopsie daisy. Not the easiest to get in, but what I need to do, guys, is just pop this in. I just need to open this out a little bit. There we go. That's better. I think we got a little bit stuck down in there. There we go. Perfect. Can you see we got this little lady in there then? So this will just pull it in and out, really simple, I hope. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, come on, in you go. It's getting caught. I tell you what, it's getting caught on these little bits here, this glue. So maybe it's probably better to round them than do that, because they're getting caught in there. There we go. But she fits. A little bit of moving here and there, but she fits. So that's that little bit. So now we just need something to go in this pocket, which is this one. Oh, this is what I had. I was going to put beautiful on here, in there. See if it can go at the top or just underneath. Oh, I could actually pop it on the... Oh, I might put it actually on there. I think I will do that. Probably should have done that first. Just going to go around that little bit. Do I need it on here? I don't think I need it on here. There we go. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Look at that. That's lovely on there. Do you know what I mean? I haven't stuck it to her, so that's good. That's so pretty. Right, let's get on with this one that I was doing. I've already cut out a piece of paper which is the same height, or just slightly smaller on there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to concertina this up. Like this. Make sure we are the right width on there. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Let's do just concertina, little piece. Again, you can make it into a little booklet, but I thought just concertinaing it up is quite nice because it, oh gosh, not doing a very good job. It just pulls out then. Oh, look, just a bit. There we go. So if I do that, that will come out like that, won't it? So we stick you on the top, like there. Perfect. Let's ink. Ink around this little bit. I'm going to ink this as well. Shall I cut this, or shall I do that afterwards? Me and my punch. I just love it. I think it looks so pretty. Going to open this up. Just do that one and do this one. I think just inking these just finishes it off lovely as well. Just so that you don't just have that little bit of paper that you've just sort of shoved in there. You've actually sort of thought about it a little bit and inked it. So that's that one and this one. There we go. Okay, so it's got to go that way. So if we'd stick her onto here like that, I think that will work. I think I will glue this because I think the picture's just slightly bigger. There we go. There we go. Oh, I love it. Right. I'm going to, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this, probably not that one because that one is too small. I'm going to go through here like that. Pop these through. Come on, in you go. Oh, that one went right on my head. And then I'll take this back page and clip that. There we go. So it will go into our There we go. So that pulls out like that and goes in. And I think just by clipping the edges, I think it looks really pretty, doesn't it? Okay, and then this, we've got the little pocket here. So I'm going to lift up that front bit. I'm going to stick the papers inside. And then she can just sit in there like that. And then this is going to go in there. And then we can just open that up. And you've got this lovely, lovely journal page. Oh, you're going to stick down. There we go. Oh, I love them. I think it's so lovely. And we've got our little card in here. We've got our little journal card in there. So whichever way you want that to go, can sort of go on the wonk. We've got this side. We've got all of this down here, which you could probably put a little bit of lace on there as well. So we've got that one. And then I have this one, which I made previously, which is this one in here. Look at this one. They're just so lovely, aren't they? So, so lovely. But again, you can use it as a little card like this on its own, which will go into a pocket. Any pocket, a pocket there, or close that down and tuck in there like that. So however you'd like it. And I just think, how lovely is that as a little journal card? Oh, I just love it. I think it's so, so lovely. So there we go, guys. That's your little pop-up for today. It's a nice start for a Monday, I think, as a little inset to your journal. So let's open this one up like that. And I just think they look fabulous. I love them. So I hope you do too, guys. So please do give it a go. I'm hoping I did that slow enough for you to sort of like you know, work it out to do it. And again, this is the dimensions in centimeters, but like I said, all the sort of like rulers and stuff now have both measurements, either centimeters or inches. But they are fab. So that's the measurements. I will put them underneath the video as well. But there we go, guys. Thank you so, so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Please stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.